Podcast 865, your 2022 NFL preview, live on YouTube in 5, 4, 3. Welcome to the Dirty Sports Podcast. I am your host, Andy Ruther, coming to you live from Cincinnati, Ohio, with my co-host from Southern California, Joey No Chill Prano.
Hello, Andy. Happy football day.
Tell me that doesn't get you turned.
So turned.
Right? God. My NFL boner is rock solid right now.
I'm not ready for the NFL, actually. I'm not going to lie. It's too soon.
Really?
It's too soon. It's here too fast for me. I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to dive in. I'm not ready to be hurt by Giants football. I'm not ready. I'm not ready for, the social media hot takes that come.
We ready. I'm ready.
I'm not ready for we talked about it last episode, which, by the way, isn't available on Apple Podcasts. Is that still true, Andy?
Still not available. So the majority of our listeners still listen via Apple. And this is one of those things where
Apple Podcasts, the artist formerly known as iTunes.
Yeah, you would hope they would go to Spotify. It's up on Spotify. It's up on YouTube. Most have not. No offense to the dirtballs, but if you're hearing this and it's finally on Apple, if there's ever not an episode on any of the main two are Apple and Spotify, and then YouTube for video, but also audio, right? If it's never not up on one, go to the other. And I understand automatic downloads.
And our hosting service is SoundCloud. So it's always going to be up there first. If you guys ever need it, it's in a variety of places. But again, somebody's hearing this and being like, oh, what? That's why I waited 4 days. And now I have to go back and listen to the last episode. But it's up somewhere. Hopefully you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts. Hopefully you've listened to the other one on Apple Podcasts. Hopefully this is happening for you on a Thursday. Because who knows?
This has never happened. I'll be honest, this is the worst possible timing you and I discussed. Football week, the opening week of the NFL. It's never happened where it doesn't show up on Apple. Sometimes we get maybe like a 12-hour delay. They're usually really good when I email because you're dealing with obviously a multi-billion-dollar large corporation. They've really been good in the past. They're not right now, and I can't figure it out. I've sent multiple emails to support.
So what I heard was that they had a guy that was running the tech department, and instead of being very technically focused, he's just all about grit. And they're like, but how does that solve our problems? He's like, have you tried working harder? And they're like, yeah, but like you can't just like throw servers at the wall and do up downs above them. He's like, but you can't get some grit.
Yeah. Well, I hope Dan Campbell's relatives are not the people behind Apple because we need this fixed. Last episode, you have to go back and listen. We dropped some serious bombshells.
And that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm not ready for football. I'm not ready for like the hot takes that come after, 1 week of games. I'm not ready for Tua's better than Matt Ryan and all these fucking things. I went pretty hard at a guy who called the show last week or last episode on Lamar Jackson versus Matt Ryan.
If I want to say, so we've been doing the show almost 9 years. Joe undressed this poor guy. This guy was just walking down the street trying to order a cheeseburger at Wendy's. And You literally
Although to be fair, he was
epic
walking
Prano
down the
rant.
street. To be fair, he was walking down the street trying to order a cheeseburger at Wendy's, and he was like, "I need to go to Wendy's, the greatest place on earth to get a hamburger." And then he's like, "Not like that cesspool scum bucket In and Out." And I'm like, "What? What are we talking about?" It's basically the same. This is the same quality burger.
Yeah. And also in that
He was
episode,
like, literally, he's like, "I'll suck an exhaust pipe like it's a fucking dick to have Lamar Jackson. I'd rather fucking hang myself than have Matt Ryan." I was like, I don't know. You watch a whole lot of football like there.
yeah, I mean, it was an epic Prano rant. And also, I reveal a new partnership that myself and Dirty Sports will be partaking with a favorite local Cincinnati restaurant / chili parlor, which involves the Cincinnati Bengals.
This is essentially your Miller Lite deal.
Yeah, no, it is. This is my Miller Lite deal, which has been just like the Miller Lite deal. This has been in the works for months. It's finally come to fruition. We bring on Randy Ruther to discuss it. And this all happened last episode. I mean, it's crushing me that this isn't up on Apple. And I hope you're listening to this on Apple. And if you are, go back and listen to episode 864. I mean, the title says it all. Chili will bring Ruther back to the Bengals. You decipher it from there if you haven't heard it.
Whoa.
But we're here. Look, we're going to try to make things work. Again, if you're not subscribed, and this is the last thing I'll say about it, subscribe. Most of you guys have either Spotify or YouTube if you're not listening on that, but subscribe. Just subscribe to all of them, and then we can alleviate these problems. And hopefully Apple gets it figured
for
out.
The future.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's going to miss this episode, Andy, for sure. I'm not sure if she used Spotify to listen to last episode, but Queen Elizabeth, she's dead, Andy.
R.I.P., man. What a long life.
I know you were a big fan.
96 years, man. That's insane. I don't know much about her, to be honest.
Really? I figured Mr. History.
I don't know much. Here's my thing. The monarchs, not interesting. Like we're still, like, I always joke, we're still doing this. We're still doing this.
Oh, come on. For sure.
2022, we're still doing this, England. We're still doing this. Now, some could argue American politicians are like a monarchy, and I would not disagree as far as like how they just stick around and they never go away, and the family blood. You could argue it's its own form, and I would agree, but it's nothing like this. Don't you think it's silly?
Right.
Like we do a lot of silly stuff in America, and I'm never gonna disagree with that. But when like the Brits try to chide us, I'm like, you guys still have a monarchy. Like, what are you doing? You're just gonna give all this money and they're gonna live in this palatial palace because why?
Yeah.
Tradition. So Fiddler on the Roof reference, if anybody gets it. Who's my Fiddler on the Roof, people? Joe, I'm stoked. This is going to be fun. We have a great game to start off the NFL season. We're going to break everything down as we do every year, division by division, make our bold predictions, look at the over-under wins for each team. We got so much to talk about. It's here. You made a Lions reference. I can't wait to discuss the Lions. I was watching Hard Knocks last night, was reading more up on the Lions, and I just can't wait to ride this on.
This is, I got to say, so this is something, I don't know what it says about me or the teams they pick or the production or whatever, but just like, I can't do Hard Knocks anymore.
So you done?
I pretty much just was like, I just don't have the urge to put on Hard Knocks every week.
Why?
I haven't watched the last two, maybe.
Why are you out?
I don't know. Is it that like That's what I'm asking. I don't know. Is it me? Have I just grown out of finding it interesting to watch guys get cut? Are they just,
No.
is everybody like, I feel like maybe there's something now with like everybody being social media aware. Like before had a real reality TV vibes where it was like, ooh, we're catching guys. Everybody's so camera savvy now.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing some shit all the time. All the storylines are always kind of fucking dumb these days. Like, I don't know. I missed the old Kanye. Missed the old Hard Knocks.
Here's the thing, man. I agree to the extent that the interest level is not there as much for me anymore. This one I liked because they didn't get to the cuts till the very last episode. In fact,
but I like the cuts throughout. I like seeing guys get cut. That's my favorite part.
I think to make it more interesting, you have to have better teams. But better teams don't have to do it.
Right.
You're not going to get the Kansas City Chiefs doing Hard Knocks. You're not going to get the Tampa Bay Bucks doing Hard Knocks. So you're stuck with the Lions team who has arguably the least amount of star power. I would say as far as marketability, the Lions are the worst in the NFL. And
maybe the Texans.
Yeah, the Texans are right there. But they showed something really interesting during this final episode. Jared Goff is the number 3 selling jersey in his own city. Your quarterback. Dude, this is wild. Aiden Hutchinson, number 1, does not surprise me. Number 2 is, because of Hard Knocks, the 7th round draft pick, Rodrigo.
It's amazing.
He's as of that episode, he was the number 2 selling jersey in the city of Detroit. And they're talking about how great that is, Dan Campbell, and I believe the CEO and president, whatever his title was. And I'm also thinking, guys, that's also a problem. Your quarterback is the number 3 selling jersey. That's a problem for your team. But I don't have much faith in them. We'll get to them. We'll do a full breakdown.
Yeah.
We can hop right in, because what we want to do is we want to go division by division like we always do. And then we'll make the picks after that, as far as this weekly picks, what we think.
Great.
But, I got some clips to play. I got a call here and there. Maybe I can throw in the show. But today's all NFL, people. All NFL. That's what you're getting. All NFL. Not really anything else. We can start with the Lions division if you want. Do you want to go NFC or AFC to start? Doesn't matter.
Sure. Yeah. Let's start the NFC.
Let's just start with the Lions division. Normally I know we like to go East or West. No, let's do North. Let's start with the division. The Packers are going to win the division. We're both going to agree.
Yeah.
I'm going to go right off the top of my head, and Lions fans are not going to like this. Maybe the Ruther curse will help you. I'm going to go Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions. Probably what it was last year.
I'm going to go the same, but I actually low key think that we might have a potential Bears. Like, I don't like this Bears team, but I also don't like the Vikings. I don't like the Lions at all. So, I mean, are we really doing this again with, like, honestly, I can't believe the Vikings are doing it again. Like, we're just running this back. I've seen people with the Vikings as a playoff team. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's not as bad as what Michael Irvin thinks. Which, of course,
what's Michael Irvin think?
You didn't see that? Michael,
no.
I quote tweeted from Dirty Sports, Michael Irvin's on cocaine again. And I love Michael Irvin, for the record. We all met him. He's a great guy. He had Kirk Cousins as his MVP pick.
Oh my God, that's ludicrous. That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. I think the Packers run away with this division. Yeah, I think Vikings Bears could be closer at 2-3 than people are expecting. I think the Lions finish last. I know everybody in Lions country is high hopes. Why would we not be better than the Bears? I don't know, because you never are. How about that for a start? Because you fucking never are. And they at least drafted a young quarterback. Who knows? Maybe Justin Fields is great in year 2.
Yeah, you never know. Year 2 is always interesting with QBs.
I can tell you one thing about each of these teams, and that's their quarterback. The Packers have maybe the best in football. The Vikings have a mediocre one at best. The Bears, we don't know about. And the Lions are trash. So to me, you're going to have a great team with a great quarterback. You're going to have a mediocre team with a mediocre quarterback. You're going to have a who knows what with the Bears. And you're going to have a bad team with a bad quarterback. To me, it's just that simple.
And I agree with you. You know, as we go through this, guys, it's all about the quarterback. I know everybody talks about, but like, I don't think they realize the importance of what your
I mean, it's not all about it, but it is.
But it is.
You have to start there.
Yeah. And the Detroit Lions don't have a quarterback. And like you said, Justin Fields is a question mark. We don't know. It was year 1. We know what we're going to get from Kirk Cousins for the most part. We know what we're going to get from Aaron Rodgers. Now let's look at the over-under win total on each team. So we have the Packers winning division. They're at 10.5 wins. I'm going over.
Over. Yeah.
All right. We both agree Minnesota second. 9.5. I'm going under 9 wins.
Even 9.5. Like, I think a 9-8 season for them is like probably what's in their realm, but like 10 wins. The Packers are 10.5, and the Vikings could get 10 wins. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at their schedule, but
here's what's interesting. Both the Bears and the Lions are 6.5.
We'll go Bears over, Lions under.
I agree. So we have a call from I don't even know if he's a Lions fan. He's trying to explain the perspective of the Lions fan. Like,
oh, okay, let's play it.
Okay. He dozed off for a minute. This is what he was talking to his butt. I'll just play the call.
Yo, what's going on, Dirty Sports? This is Hunter from Michigan. And being that I'm in Michigan, obviously I have to deal with a lot of the delusional Lions fans that are out there. One such fan is actually former honorable mention in the Dirtball rankings, Tiger fan Mags, who I'm pretty good friends with. I was actually at a bar with him last week, and he kind of went through point by point, essentially what I feel like is pretty much the viewpoint for most Lions fans at this point. What he was telling me was that they believe that because of the fact that they won, I can't even remember how many games it was at this point, but I think they won 4 or 5 last year, or something along those lines. And also because every single game was close, and Dan Campbell took over the offensive coordinator position halfway through the year, as well as because of the fact that Jared Goff was injured for a part of the year, combined with the fact that they have these great draft picks, that's why they're going to have a shot to make the wild card this year. Now, I, of course, bet immediately that they weren't going to win more than 6 games, and he took that bet, so we'll see what happens. But I think that pretty much summarized is the viewpoint of the Lions. Obviously, with Hard Knocks, they're drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit. But, I mean, that's honestly the viewpoint, pretty concise with how the Lions think that their season has a chance to be successful. So let me know what you guys think. Stay dirty.
Shout out to Tiger fan Max. I believe he was part of the Chicago Dirtball meetup.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, first of all, I love you dropping a little John. What? This here's the thing. As someone who has lived or supported teams in just bad sports cities, you guys, it's like a syndrome. And like I've seen it being a Cincinnatian. It's like you want to find a glass half full mentality. You want to see a silver lining. And I understand that. I think it's better to have that approach in
Can't
life.
we do it? Can't we do it in steps though? Like, how is it that I'm a Giants fan and I'm like, what I'd like to see is a new head coach who's responsible for one of the best offenses in football, whose last quarterback is the odds-on favorite to win the MVP. Come over here and like, let's just scratch out an above 500 season. And that's our Super Bowl. Be above 500. How is it possible that I am saying that for a team that has turned things around numerous times in their history, and some team that has never turned it around one time ever? Their fans are like, we're hopeful that we can sneak in to a wild card. Your goal as Lions fans, if you're realistic, is what's that? 6 wins is the fucking number. Go 7-10. Start the process.
And the close games mean nothing to me because the NFL, what's so great about the NFL is there's so much parity, right? So
also the close games tell me your coach doesn't know how to win close games.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd counter argue that with that point. And it's like good teams win close games, bad teams lose close games. So the argument that they were in, they were. And like that's the argument. That's the number one argument you see from Lions fans is we were in all the games last year. Well, so were a lot of teams, dude.
Yeah.
But you got to win. Like it's the NFL. There's a reason the term any given Sunday exists because anybody can lose or anybody can win on each week. I just don't see it. And
this is why I'm not ready for football, Andy. I'm straight up not ready. We have 30 fan bases that are all fucking certain they're a playoff team.
That's what's great about it.
If you're a Lions fan and you believe it, who doesn't believe it? Who doesn't think Texans fans? Is that it? Or are they like, finally, we're done with Deshaun Watson. He's out of here. We don't have that locker room distraction.
Well, I don't know if you saw this, but the Lions home opener, which is against the Eagles, is sold out. It's standing room only tickets. It's the first time since 2019 that the games had standing room only and that they've offered this. First time they've offered this since a non-Thanksgiving game since 2017.
The Hard Knocks fucking Kool-Aid is so real.
It's real, but I would counter Eagles fans travel too.
Yeah. And listen, I'll be rooting for the Lions. I can guarantee you that. Do I have any faith that you guys are going to come through on my behalf? No, I don't. I think that the Eagles are going to start 1-0, and it pains me because I think that you guys just are not good. But God damn it, please prove me wrong.
Yeah. No, I know, man. I agree. I think they're going to lose.
It's just so funny to me. This is what I keep going back to. Like, if you're super positive about your disastrous franchise, how are you not just sure that other franchises are going to be better? Like, I treat Lions going to make the wild card fans the same way as I treat Jameis Winston is going to be MVP fans. Is there like insane cherry picking of stats?
Yes.
That a guy like Jameis 1 of 1 can use to say Jameis Winston is a Hall of Famer and is going to be odds on favorite for MVP this year? Of course there are. But then my question is, if you're a Lions fan or if you're a Jameis fan, how do the statistics not prove that every single other thing is better than you?
Sure. No, I agree. That's a good point.
Like if you're like, hey man, look at the little intricacies of it. Okay. What tells Lions fans that they're going to be better than the Vikings or the Packers? There can't be anything in there. So now are you saying 3 NFC North teams are getting to the playoffs?
Well, look, again, if your over under projection is 6.5, you should be happy if you win 7 or 8 games. I don't think you will. Maybe they will.
I would be if I was Lions. If you went 8-9, if I was a Lions fan, we went 8-9, I'd be like, all right, let's go. We're building something. Good job with the grit.
Yeah. You just alluded to Jameis. Let's hop in the NFC South. And I got a couple clips to play because he keeps getting dumber and dumber. And the thought of this man as my starting quarterback, I'd be furious if I'm a Saints fan because they also have a great defense. They've had a great defense for a few years. But the fact that the Saints they're just going to accept this guy. Like, I just don't get it because that's a winnable division.
Yeah, especially, and it like what's between you and winning a division if you're any of these teams? An aging Tom Brady?
Yeah. So Jameis, I got 2 Jameis clips. The first one is Jameis Winston. This is from yesterday. Jameis Winston, this is basically his explanation on the body anatomy.
Yeah.
This might be one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever heard. Like, I know people are laughing because it is funny. And don't get me wrong, it's hilarious. But again, the thought of this dude is my quarterback. This guy has to make decisions on the fly. And this is how he describes the body and dealing with injuries.
I learned so much about my body when I had the ACL, just the importance of other parts of your body being overcompensated because you're overusing something else. So just a holistic body, everything about your body, you have to be able to work certain things. Just because my knee hurting, that doesn't mean that I need to work my knee. I need to work my hips, right? I need to work my ankles. And you got certain things that we're all like, our body is so symmetrical, right? You got your wrists, and then what are your wrists on the bottom half? Your ankles, you got your shoulders up top. What are your shoulders? Your hips, you know what I'm saying? You got your elbows. What are your elbows? Your knees, right? Like, so it's symmetrical, and you just got to work different parts.
The fuck is he talking about?
Everything up top, having something down below. You got a mouth, you got asshole. Who go in, who come out. It's like you all ever watch the Stranger Things? You know about the upside down? So the upside down, shit weird and dirty. Your mouth is the right side up hole. Your butthole is in the upside down. It's an upside down mouth. Your nose is your dick. Look at them. They both just hang out there. Both got holes at the end. You got a dick on your face. You got a dick in your crotch. You got a nose in your crotch. That's just the way. Your eyeballs. I mean, it's right in there in the name. Eyeballs, balls. They're basically face testicles. And that's what, man, if you a great quarterback in the NFL, that's what you need. Testicles in the middle of your face. Now, if you don't mind, it's time for me to go shove some lunch in my upside butthole.
Dude, this is their quarterback right now. This is the guy who's in charge of the team, man. In charge of the offense. There's no other way to put it. He's just an idiot.
I don't know where your ears are, though. I haven't figured that out yet. Can't. And every time I get to the line and somebody says, who the mic? I'm always like, man, I don't even know what part of my undercarriage is my ears. So I don't know what the fucking mic is. I'm just going to snap the ball, run around for a little bit, and then throw it as high and far as I can to whichever guy is wearing our jersey. See you out there.
So here's him on a podcast with Mark Ingram and Cam Jordan. They're talking about the W game where he was eating his fingers.
Oh, nice.
And this is another quick clip from Jameis. Be prepared to get stupider hearing this.
More stupid.
I did that on purpose.
Bro, like I got my first win in the Superdome. You beat Drew Brees, your first win in your life in the NFL. Like that was just another goal that I had.
Yeah.
Right. Like it was my first win. So when I ate the W, like
And you threw it though. It wasn't even like a light hook.
Hey,
You went here with it.
Hey, when I ate that W.
And if you would have won, boy, you would have had kids out there like, huh?
Again, but that's why me and If ain't real good friends, because if a lot of stuff would have happened,
Me and If.
we'll be in a lot of
that.
this.
Me
Me and
and If
If not
ain't
really good
friends.
friends. You know, I can't really focus on If a lot.
That's a dime there.
You know what I'm saying?
That boy dropping gems.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Well, let me just say one thing on that. That's the difference between me and Jameis. Me and If, we are real good friends. In fact, I'll be opening for him at the Irvine Improv this Friday. 9:45 p.m.
Great plug.
Opening for Eddie If. Me and If. Eddie, man, I ain't listening to talking shit never. I ain't friends with If.
So let's pick that division. I'm going to go. Oh, man. Wow. No love for the Carolina Panthers as you look at this. I'm going to go. It's pretty odd. I'm going to go Bucks, Saints, Panthers, Falcons. I mean, that's not going out on a limb.
It's hard to pick against the Bucks. I'm going to go Bucks, Panthers, Saints.
I like that. Like, I don't hate that. You know,
I don't hate Marcus Mariota and the Saints, or then the Falcons. I mean, I don't hate it.
well, Vegas does. They have the lowest win projected total, at least tied for it. So you have Tampa Bay, 11.5 wins. I'm going under.
I'm going under.
You have New Orleans at 8.5. Do they get 9 games with Jameis? Do they go above 500?
I'm going under.
Okay. I'm going to go under as well. Carolina, I'm going to go over 6.5.
Over.
So you agree. And I'm going to go Falcons over 4.5.
Over.
We're agreeing on a lot today.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the thing. I'm not a Jameis believer. I'm not a Baker believer, but I think Baker Mayfield is better than Sam Darnold. And they looked sprightly at times last year. And you get Christian McCaffrey. I'm going Panthers second in the division. I'm going Panthers over 8.5. I'm going Panthers 9 wins.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Wow. So this is your first bold pick. 2025. Let's make a future projection.
Okay.
Well, Jameis Winston.
Sorry. What?
Who-
What?
Will he be starting on any team in the NFL?
2025?
Yeah.
No way in 2025.
No way.
I say no way.
Will he be in the NFL?
Maybe.
I think he'd be in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're saying no way.
2025. That's. I mean, we're in the 2022 season.
Oh, I know.
No way. Jameis
Okay.
Winston starting in 20. Who would he be starting on?
I don't know. I'm just tossing it out there.
I'm saying not a. I'm saying
Okay.
I would bet all of my monies right now, which isn't a lot, at Joe Prano on Venmo. But I would bet every dollar I have Jameis Winston is not the week 1 starter for an NFL team in 2025.
All right. Fair enough.
In fact, that should be something maybe this should be re-engaging Jameis 101. Just a heavy wage. Like I want to bet you $1,000 American dollars that Jameis Winston isn't the week 1 starter for a team in 2025. Let's see if he takes it. Somebody clip this. Make this a clip.
He won't take it because
he won't take it because he's a fraud. Yeah.
He said I won't bet.
Yeah.
I'm already saying he's going to say I don't bet.
And he's a fraud. And he knows he would lose.
I rewatched our YouTube thing on that, by the way.
I'm still not convinced it wasn't.
I'll be honest.
Jason Light.
I watched it with my girlfriend, and she doesn't know either of those guys. She's like, that's 100% the same person. And the thought that maybe someone else overtook the Twitter feed is completely plausible.
Yeah.
Once he was outed. I don't know. It's crazy. I agree. It's nuts. All right, NFC West.
Let's go.
I'm going to go Rams. I want to pick the Niners this year, but I don't know what I'm getting with Trey Lance. I just don't.
Yeah, I think they're going to be good.
I agree. I mean, again, sounds lame. Stick basically with the script. Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks.
I could see Niners, Rams. What are the win totals?
All right. Well, the Rams total is 10.5. San Francisco is 9.5.
I like that. Oh, okay.
I'm going to go over for both of those.
Yeah.
The Cardinals is 8.5. I'm going to go over that as well. And the Seahawks is 5.5. I'm going to go under.
Oof. Yeah.
I just need to get beat.
I might even go Cardinals under. Cardinals 8 and 9. I'm going to go over, under. Here's my prediction. I'm going to go Rams/Niners 1. I know that's ridiculous, but I think that this is a division that comes down to fucking the last week of the season.
Yeah. Well,
I think you froze on me there for a minute.
Yeah, you froze on me.
Sorry. I think it comes down to the last week of the season. And listen, if you were forcing me to make a bet right now, I'd pick the Rams. I'd go Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks. But I think that so much can happen. I think the Rams Niners is going to be a start to finish battle for the division. I like Trey Lance. I think he's going to play well. It's just a matter of how much he improves throughout the season and then what happens injury wise across the board. But I think I think it's going to be a coin flip for the division.
Yeah. Well, the Niners have a great, their defense. I mean, they were so close, guys. They were winning heading into the fourth quarter of the NFC Championship last year.
Yeah.
With Jimmy G. So if he can play better, it's a big if. That's Jameis's good friend, if, that he likes to dance with. I think they can win that division. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of questions about Matthew Stafford's health. I don't know what to believe in this stuff, but I'm sticking with my guns on that. Rams, Niners, Cardinals, Seahawks are going to be bad. They're going to be really bad. I mean, Geno Smith's your starting quarterback. Drew Lock couldn't beat out Geno Smith. That's the state of the Seattle Seahawks right now. Maybe the 12th man.
You go around, man. The NFC is not great.
No, it's not. It's not great at all. Let's get to your team's division, NFC East. We can get a little sneak peek by looking at the win total. Cowboys 10.5. It's amazing.
Under.
I agree. Under. Cowboys 10.5. Commanders 7.5. Your under for you. Who's their quarterback this year?
Carson Wentz.
That's right. All right. I'm going to go under Your Giants are also 7.5. And this weird, sneaky
I'm going to go over on the Giants. Surprise, surprise.
Philly team is 9.5. I'm going to go under.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to go over your Giants as well. I think your Giants, it's going to be Giants, Eagles, and Cowboys competing. I don't think the Cowboys win 11 games. I think it's going to be those three teams competing.
I think it's going to probably be a 10-9-8-7 year. But also I could see it being a 9 win and another 9 win. Like, this is just the NFC East lately, and it's like no one's head and shoulders. I'm hopeful. Like, you look around football and you look around year to year in the NFL, it's always a team that comes out of nowhere, right?
Correct.
Giants are the new head coach. I think that they have that potential only because their division sucks. Everybody's super high on the Eagles. I don't really understand it. I mean, I think the Eagles are a better team than the Giants. I think the Eagles may be a better team than the Cowboys with all the injuries, but I'm not super high on the Eagles. I still don't believe that they have a good coach. Like, hard for me to say the Eagles win 10 games.
Well, again, people are like, they're like the fun, sneaky pick I've read as far as making the Super Bowl. Also, Jalen Hurts. I don't understand it really.
I don't understand it either.
I don't want to pick, I've picked the Cowboys sometimes. I don't want to pick the Cowboys and win the division. Are the Cowboys that much better?
I mean, the Cowboys are going to have a disastrous offensive line. Outside of, one receiver, their weapons are not fantastic. They have a running back issue in terms of, feeding Zeke and fucking, their backup running back might be better. Their defense will be good again. Their defense will be ball hawking. I kind of think it's like a 9-win, 8-win, 7-win year. Like, I'm going to go.
Pick your Giants. I know you want to do it.
I mean, here's the thing about my Giants. I am realist. I feel like I am realistic about my Giants. I feel like our Super Bowl is like, if we were 9-8, that's got to be the goal, is to go 9-8 and have a winning record. So you got to start somewhere. Start with a winning record.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go on a limb. I'll go because I wanted to mix up something. I don't trust anybody in this division. I'll go Giants, Eagles, Cowboys. I want to say it still. Commanders.
Well,
but I agree. I don't think there's a big difference. For me, it's like we're talking about a difference of one win in these teams.
I think we could see a couple 9-win teams. So I'm going to go Giants 9 wins, Eagles 9 wins, Cowboys thing, and Commanders. And I'm only doing that because I have to reverse the Ruther curse now. If I just let you go out on that limb alone, we're in real trouble. It could be I could see the Eagles getting in because they beat the Giants head to head twice or whatever, but I don't think we're getting 2 teams from the NFC East.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go. Or ride with Ruther.
Okay. Ride with me. Opening up Tennessee.
I actually like that game. We'll talk about that later. I actually like a potential of stealing a victory to start the year. But I'm not counting on it, but also in terms of the value play of the money line, there's a couple of money line dogs this week that I like the value play on.
Yeah. Well, as football kicks off this week, now is the perfect time for Joe's screen to freeze as I'm about to do this. You there, Prano? Did I lose Prano? I did. Right when I'm about to do an ad read. Impeccable timing. He's off.
Hey,
You're back.
I'm back. I don't know what the fuck's happening, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, I think there's something going on your end because I got good service here. Well, what I was gonna say, right when you froze, was now is the time with football being back for all the dirt balls to load up on some Miller Lite. Right? It's football season. Miller Lite and football.
Absolutely. What goes together? Honestly, is there anything that goes better? Like some people would say wings. What about the vegetarians out there? You know? Miller Lite. That's your baseline. That's what you build the whole thing around. That's your quarterback. That's my quarterback. It's my quarterback you're talking about. You got to start. You could build the best defense ever. You put out the best buffet spread, you whatever. It doesn't matter unless you got that quarterback. Yeah. Miller Lite is Sunday's quarterback. That's running the whole show.
100%. It's your go-to, man. It's your rock. Only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounce servings. You know, I mean, look, you need that big third down conversion? Grab that Miller Lite out of the fridge. That's your third down conversion right there.
Miller Lite. That's right.
Exactly. Football season brings back the big hits. So reach for the biggest hit of them all, Miller Lite. You can find Miller Lite pretty much everywhere beer is sold, or go to MillerLite.com/dirty sports for delivery options near you. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. I have a special request for all the dirt balls out there. Tweet at us. Tweet at Joe. Instagram.
I want to see your Sunday setup.
Yeah.
Send me your Sunday setup. What are you watching that football? Cans? Bottles? 16-ounce tall boys? Drafts? How are we doing it?
Tag
Miller.
us. Tag
Miller. Let's light.
Tag us. Tag Miller Lite. Miller Lite. Let's light. Miller Lite. Let's light.
Miller. Let's light.
Miller Lite. Let's light. Yeah, send us some pictures. Tag Miller Lite. Tag at The Dirty Sports. Tag at Fix Your Life on Twitter. Let us know. All right, let's hop into the AFC, the conference everyone's talking about. We started in the North for the AFC. I'm sorry, for the NFC. So let's do the same thing for the AFC. You got the Bengals, the Ravens, the Browns, and the Steelers, which I think it'll be a competitive division. I expect a good division. I'm going to go this.
Randy's about to get turned. He's like, give me it, boys. What do you got?
I'm going to go Bengals win the division again. Ravens are close. Not close enough. Steelers are close too. And the Browns just can't do it with their starting quarterback out 11 weeks. But real quick, there's a part of me that wants to put the Steelers number 2.
I'm the same way. I'm so long hating on the Steelers.
I'm selling the Ravens, bro.
I'm selling the
In
Ravens.
fact, I'm doing it. You know what? Forget it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it. Contract year. I don't care. Bengals, Steelers, Ravens, Browns.
I think that the Ravens are going to be good again. But to what end? You know what I mean? It's like I don't think they have Super Bowl potential at all. What's my win totals in this division?
Good question. Also surprising. Baltimore win total is a game above the Bengals. Baltimore's 2.5. The Bengals are 9.5.
Wait. What are the the Ravens are 10.5.
Yes, the Bengals
Okay.
are 9.5. I'm
Okay.
going to go. You're probably going to agree with me. I'm going to go under for Ravens and
Yeah.
over for the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
Steelers. You knew hot little flashy pick. 7.5.
I'm going over.
Me too. Browns 8.5. I'm going
I'm going
under.
under.
Yeah, so we agree in all these.
I think it's going to be Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, but I like the Bengals over, the Ravens under, the Steelers over. I'm basically where you are without doing it. I think that the Steelers could be the second place team in this. I am worried about a Bengals letdown.
In what facet?
If you tell me this year it goes Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, Browns, I wouldn't be like, this is unheard of.
I mean, that'd be the ultimate Ruther curse. I'm working with Gold Star, the official chili of the Bengals. Suddenly the Bengals take a step back.
I don't know, just Super Bowl hangover. They were only supposed to win 6 games last year. Do we just keep exceeding expectations and keep exceeding them?
Here's what it just boils down to health for me. It just boils down to health.
Certainly boils down to Joe Burrow's health.
That's what I'm saying.
Without Joe Burrow, they're useless.
They're terrible. I just think that offense. What do you do? Like Joe said in that famous thing, like, good luck. Like, who do you stop?
Right.
So I think that's what, like, Burrow, I think, is that guy. He's been that guy for a while now. He proved me wrong. Everything.
I'm going Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns. I'm just saying, of all the divisions that could get weird, at the end of the year, if it was like Browns, Steelers, Ravens, Bengals, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, how did this happen?
Yeah. No, I agree. The thing about this division is you have good defenses, like top to bottom.
That's the other thing, where everybody's sort of counting out the Browns, but meanwhile, they had the style of play where you really needed a Jacoby Brishkoli and not a fucking Baker Mayfield.
True. You are right. I don't know. Just something about me thinks the Ravens take. I know they're always there, but I just think that they're going to take a step back.
I don't know. I'm not.
Let me ask you this.
I'm sort of on this whole division taking a step back.
Would you be shocked if, like, I wouldn't be shocked either way. If I wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals get upset week 1 at home against the Steelers. I also wouldn't be shocked if the Bengals win 35-10.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Trubisky just is terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
For
neither
sure.
of those ends would surprise me. All right, let's hop into the AFC South. You have the Indianapolis Colts at 9.5 wins for the
over.
I agree. Over. Tennessee Titans also 9.5. I'm saying step back under.
To me, this Titans team is all about how quickly do they go to Willis. I think he is their future.
The Jags and then the Texans. So you have Jacksonville 6.5 wins, the Texans 4.5.
All right, so I'm going over for the Colts. Under, what are they, 9.5?
Yeah.
Going 9-8, under for the Titans.
Over
for the Jags.
I like it. Me too.
Under, what are they, 4.5?
Yeah. Davis Mills, their quarterback.
Yeah, we go 4 wins. 4 wins for the Texans. But I'd like to add in that the Titans could go 9-8. And if they go to Willis at some point, like, could be in the AFC Championship game.
Okay.
I still believe in the Titans. I just think that between A.J. Brown, between Derrick Henry, just, wear on the tires, and between Ryan Tannehill, who I like, has been great for the Titans. Like, this is no disrespect to them. I just think, to steal a phrase from Tug Coker, not as dynamic. And, I think being dynamic is what could open that whole thing up a little bit more. I could see a disappointing start to the year, a switch to Willis, a late push, a 9-10 win season, and then surprising somebody in the playoffs.
Yeah. I like it.
I like Willis. I'm on the Willis train.
Okay.
What you talking about, Willis?
Seems like we're in agreement on that division as well. All right. The AFC West, the best division in the NFL. So competitive. Who's going to win this division? Looking at the over-under win total. Kansas City Chiefs, 10.5. Los Angeles Rams, 10.5. Denver Broncos, 10.5. So all three teams, 10.5. And then you have the Raiders at 8.5. So here's how I'm going to pick it. I'm going to say Chargers win the division. I hate doing this because everyone's picking the Chargers, but I'm doing it. I'm going to say Chargers over 10.5. They win 11 games. That's going to win the division this year. It's so competitive. Chiefs 10.5. I'm going to say under. I think the Chiefs win 10 games. I think the Broncos also win 10 games. So I think they both go under. I think they both go 10-7. And I think the Raiders go either 8-9 or 9-8.
I'm going Chiefs over. Chiefs win the division. Chargers over. Chargers are in the fight for the division until the very fucking last week. Broncos under. I have Broncos finishing last.
Whoa.
Behind the Raiders.
The
Raiders
disrespect.
To who? Derek Carr and Devontae Adams and a Raiders team that was in the fucking playoffs last year.
The disrespect to my boy. You know who.
Broncos country, let's fade. Broncos country, let's fade. Broncos country, let's fade. Let's fade. Broncos country. Fade, let's. Country Broncos. Country biscuits
Broncos
and gravy.
country, let's ride.
Let's fade.
Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country,
Let's ride.
let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
So you're fading them.
Fade.
No. I think they win 10 games. I guess I'm thinking they're not going to do the over under, or they're going to do the under. I think the Chiefs win 10 games again too. Or they won a lot more last year, but I'm saying I like the Chargers, man. I think the Raiders, I said it, either 8-9 or 9-8. That's going to be one hell of a division. Raiders, Chargers week 1 in LA. So it'll be all a bunch of fools.
Yo, fool.
All right. Now the AFC East. The Bills, who are the Super Bowl favorites. 11.5 wins projected. That's the over-under for the Buffalo Bills.
Over.
I agree. Over.
Just barely, though.
Miami Dolphins, 8.5.
Right there. They're 8-9 or they're 9-8.
And that's the exact same for the New England Patriots.
I'm going Bills 12 wins.
I agree.
Pats 9 wins. Miami 8 wins. Jets. Who gives a shit?
Jets are 5.5.
I'm going to go under. Everybody turned on the Jets too, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah, a lot of Jets. A lot of this. Like Jets will be right there. 5 wins.
I like your picks. I think I think it goes Buffalo, New England, Miami, Jets. I'm gonna say Jets under. I think they win 5 games. This is also
Kyle Aronofsky. How far you're starting Joe Flacco week 1? How long into the fucking 10-win bet are we at this point?
So the guys to start all 6.
We gotta be wrapping up.
What's the bet again?
A Jets quarterback winning 10 games. A Jets quarterback winning 10 games.
It's crazy. That's all it is, man. That's really not that wild of a bet.
It's not that wild a bet. It's why the disrespect from all of all the fan bases, that this man played for. How dare Jets fans ever criticize Ryan Fitzpatrick, the best quarterback you've had since the fucking Twin Towers fell?
Too soon.
The disrespect shown to a man who waltzed into fucking the Meadowlands and won 10 games with the New York fucking Jets. For Jets fans to disrespect him. You want to be a Bills fan and disrespect Ryan Fitzpatrick? Fine. You want to be a Redskins fan and disrespect him? Fine. You want to be a Titans fan and disrespect him? Fine. But you can't be a Bucks fan and disrespect him. He was fucking getting MVP votes through 3 weeks. And how'd that go with the guy that you fucking chose over him? You can't be a Jets fan and disrespect him. The guy had you on the borderline of the fucking playoffs, 10 wins.
He also melted down that game.
Who gives a shit? He won 10 games as the Jets quarterback. I'm surprised they didn't fucking retire his number.
There's some hope with him that maybe he figures it out and he stays healthy. Stops banging his mom's friends.
But he's not healthy. He's not even starting week 1.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Let's move on to the playoffs and the MVP.
Playoffs?
I'm ready. I've thought this one through. My AFC championship. Chargers, Bills.
Whoa. Honestly, I like it. And even though I've got the Chiefs I have the Chiefs winning the division. Kind of on board. But I'm actually going to go. People are going to fucking... The world is on the Bills train. I'm going Chiefs, Chargers, AFC Championship game.
Whoa. See, Joe, the Chiefs have made the AFC Championship how many games in a row? Or how many years in a row? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they lost one in New England, one in Cincinnati, and they won the other 2. I just don't. Do they make 5 AFC Championships in a row? I just can't see it. I can't see it. I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl last year. And I was wrong.
Now, listen. Are we concerned at all that a lot of that Dable goes to the Giants? Like everyone just like the Bills just keep on keeping on. They were the hot team. They lose a bunch of staff.
I mean, there's obviously concern, but not that much for me. I think the Bills win the AFC Championship and make it to the Super Bowl. Now, the NFC to me is actually harder to pick. Aaron Rodgers, I just don't know what to make of him in the playoffs anymore, man. And it's like you have a Rams team. who obviously made it there last year. The Super Bowl hangover is real, but I think the Rams make it back to the NFC Championship. Brady does not make it back.
Brady does not make it back.
Let's do Packers, Rams, NFC Championship. Let's go. Let's ride.
Way, way tougher for me, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
Like a sneaky Niners team. Like the Rams. Rams, Packers, NFC Championship game. Packers go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
Packers lose a Super Bowl.
No, you're not putting them in there, are you?
To a Chargers team?
No, you're not.
To a Chargers team that had to go on the road and win an Arrowhead?
You have Chargers over the Packers in your Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
The NFC is tough, man. I just don't know. I mean, are the Niners in the Super Bowl this year with Trey Lance? There's one of those NFC East teams make a sneaky run. I just don't think they're good enough. I don't think the Bucs are good enough to get back. I think that's all the talk is like Tom Brady just doesn't even think that they're good enough. I don't like any of those NFC South teams to like get there. To me, it's really the Packers, the Rams, and the Niners.
I agree. I totally agree.
Like,
all right, I'm gonna go.
And honestly, in that AFC and in the AFC, I didn't mention the Colts. I think the Colts are going to be really good this year.
Okay.
I think the Colts are going to be really good this year.
I'm gonna say the Rams get back to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say Rams versus Bills. I rode them last year. They were close. They had a tough playoff loss. I'm going Bills.
I think the Bills are going to be I think the Bills are going to be the 1 seed in the AFC. Not a wild prediction.
So if the Bills are a 1 seed, good luck winning in Buffalo in January. I mean, that's a legit thing. I'm going to go Bills win the Super Bowl. And my 2022 MVP is Justin Herbert. Because I think
Bills
they win the division.
Here's my fucking who beats the Bills in Buffalo? Well, I'll tell you, after they get a bye, a Titans team with Malik Willis goes into fucking Buffalo.
You're out of your mind. Wow. A Malik Willis upset in Buffalo? I think the Bills win the Super Bowl.
It doesn't really work itself out though. I don't know. No. It doesn't really work itself out, but I don't know. I just there's something about this Bills team that everybody's too high on them. Everybody's too high on the Bills.
But they're the most complete team in the NFL.
Sure. But the teams in the NFL are fucking all the time. But like, how often do we get it right? Week 1 to week.
We don't.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody's too high on the Bills for me.
Okay.
They're too high on them. I don't think the Bills are in the Super Bowl. Maybe the Bills are in the AFC Championship game. Okay. But I don't know.
All right.
I don't think the matchup's going to work right for a KC Chargers AFC Championship game. So I'll put the Bills in there. But like, fuck, I don't know, man.
Like I said, I'm sticking with my MVP, Justin Herbert, because I think the Chargers win that division and he gets the MVP. Who's your MVP?
Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, no Tyreek Hill. Offense is somehow better than ever. They still win the division. This is the team that can go into Buffalo. We're all just off the guy who was like, well, that's the best quarterback we've ever seen in our whole goddamn lives.
I'm not off him.
But a lot of people are like, who's better, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Well, Patrick Mahomes has proven himself better.
Yeah. I don't know who's in my AFC Championship game. I'll have to determine it. But I'm going.
You think Mahomes wins the MVP?
I think Mahomes wins the MVP.
Okay.
Herbert's right there. Allen's right there. Sorry, Randy. Burrow's not right there. Could be. We didn't talk a lot about Burrow and the Randy Ruther is running through walls in his home right now. We just talked about AFC playoff picture. We weren't just like the Bengals in the AFC Championship game.
I don't think they make it back to the AFC Championship. I think I can see the Bengals winning a playoff game. I don't think they make it back to the AFC Championship. It's so hard, man.
It's so hard.
So hard. It's going to be fun, though. And we get the Bills Rams tonight. So I didn't even realize that. I literally predicted a rematch of tonight in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody's saying, right? Today, it's a potential Super Bowl preview. It's too easy for me. It just seems too easy. Seems too obvious. The NFL is nothing if it's not obvious. Not obvious.
Sure. You're right. Do you want to get to our weekly picks?
Sure, let's fucking go. This is way more where I'm at headspace wise right now than my AFC and NFC championship games.
Well, as I mentioned last episode, which hopefully is available on Apple Podcast, and again, if it's not, listen to it on Spotify or YouTube or SoundCloud. But all weekly picks that you and I make are going to be presented by our friends at Prize Picks. I'm rocking the amazing Prize Pick gear, which is very comfy, by the way. We commented on that before the show. Great comfy shirts, comfy, what do you call it? Like halfway zip up. What's that called?
Quarter zip.
Quarter zip. Love the hat. Love the gear from our friends at Prize Picks. And we'll go over some potential projections and some potential plays that we're looking at on certain players through Prize Picks. Once again, Dirtballs, all first-time users that deposit and use promo code DIRTY on the Prize Picks app, or you can do it online, will receive a 100% instant deposit match up to $100. So if you deposit $100, Prize Picks will give you $100. If you deposit $50, Prize Picks will give you $50. Guys, this is really a great way to play because you're just competing against the projections. So you're not competing against other people. You're competing against the projections and
more than, less than. It's the best way to play.
Yeah. And we can start by looking at, some other projections on tonight's game as we look at the Bills versus Rams. Pull up the old Prize Pick app. I'm looking at it. So I think this is a fun one off the bat to look at the two quarterbacks, Joe. Do we think Josh Allen throws more or less than 275.5 yards?
Less.
I'm gonna go with less. Do we say Matthew Stafford 270.5 yards? I'm gonna go less.
Less.
So it seems like we both agree.
First game of the year. Let's go low.
Yeah. So again, guys, you can make all those plays over at Prize Picks. So download Prize Picks today and play daily fantasy sports with us. We'll be playing along with you guys. Make sure you use code DIRTY when you sign up on their app. Interesting spread tonight. 2.5. Bills on the road at the Super Bowl champs favored. Why is that is my question.
Well, you got them winning the Super Bowl, winning the MVP. I was Justin
Herbert win the MVP.
Oh, okay. You got the Bills winning the Super Bowl.
I do. Still a little confused on this.
I'm confused for sure. Super Bowl champ at home, a money line. You think I'm betting a money line dog, or you think I'm betting a road favorite? No, I'm betting a money line dog at home. Now you can go Super Bowl hangover all you want, but this is one of my first. I'm going to bet a lot of dogs this week. So here's the thing. I also feel great about putting a little bit of money on this money line and being like, prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
I take the Rams in this to cover. I don't know who wins. I think it's going to be a tight game.
Let me just say this since we're one pick into this. Putting out the bat signal, calling all dirt balls. I don't know who ran it last year. Was it Mata once again?
He's doing it again. He already messaged me.
Beverly Dylan Mata. That's right.
He's back.
By the way, I also want to shout out Bev. I'm still friends with your mom on Facebook.
7+ years ago.
I'm still friends with your mom on Facebook. And Bev the other day put up a post. Hold on. Let's look at it. I just love this is some of my favorite shit. She put up a post, special request to all of my family and friends for prayers and positive thoughts for Dylan's MRI today. Update, Dylan is okay. So I don't know what you were dealing with, Dylan Bev, but glad you're okay. And I love to know that I can keep up with your medical status via your mom and I's friendship on Facebook.
That's good. That's good. We want all the dirt balls to be
Mata,
healthy.
MRI, clear, healthy to do the pick'em tracking this year.
Dylan Mata. Less right. No, less right. Barely Dylan Mata. Less tight.
So we're both on the Rams to cover.
We are. I see this as like a 1 or 2 point game.
Yeah. And this is also my first of a couple. I mean, what a week. Week 1 in the NFL every year. I'm riding a lot of dogs. I'm not guaranteeing any victory. Not guaranteeing any victories here, but we are going to make some bets on some money line dogs.
Oh, yeah. Like this next one. 100% I'm riding this dog. You got the Saints at the Falcons. 5.5. You got Marcus Mariota versus Jameis Winston. The 1-2 picks. That's how it went, right?
Yep.
That draft?
Yep.
I'm riding the Falcons to cover.
Same Z's. I might be in favor of bet all the money line dogs this week. Bet them. Play the percentages. You're getting plus numbers on all of them. If you go 50-50, you make money.
So
obviously you won't, but
yeah, here's a good prize pick. Andy Ruther pick of the week. Jameis Winston. If you go over to prize picks, I think this is my lock pick of the week. Jameis Winston.
Prize pick.
Lock prize pick of the week. Jameis Winston is at half, 0.5, more or less interceptions. I'm going to say ride that more. Ride it, baby. More than half an interception.
More.
Jameis will throw at least one pick in the first game.
Liggity, lock it up.
And to be honest, I'd probably ride his counterpart as well. Also at half an interception, I'm going to say more for Marcus Mariota. I think
double down.
They each throw a pick. Head on over to Prize Picks.
Use promo code DIRTY.
Drop that promo code DIRTY. Jameis Winston, more than half a pick.
Guys, let's just all make money together. Send us screenshots on Twitter and Instagram of your prize pick bet that Jameis Winston goes over more than half a pick.
Your prize pick play. I know
Jameis Winston goes more than half a pick.
It's all good. Okay.
that he goes over the stars and the moon, but more than half a pick.
So we both agree Atlanta covers.
Yes.
All right. Next, we have the Giants. Sorry, not the Giants. The 49ers at the Bears. 7-point spread.
Rainy Chicago week 1, sloppiest field in all of football.
Is it supposed to be rainy?
Yeah. Shout out to our boy Andy Lazarus making the trip to Chicago for the game.
I think the Niners win, but I think the Bears cover.
Yep.
Wow. We're riding with the dogs on the first 3 picks.
Yep. I'm not betting that Bears money line. I'm not betting that one. Alert. We will not be betting that. We do like it though. We do like the spread.
How about this one over on Prize Picks? More or less combined 250.5 passing and rushing yards for Trey Lance.
Rainy, going less.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Trey Lance. I'd like to see Trey Lance. If Trey Lance can slowly emerge, if they keep opening up the offense, opening it up, they could be a serious problem.
Yeah, I agree. No, I totally agree.
Especially with Debo.
All right. The hometown game, which I announced last episode. I will be live tweeting from the Gold Star Chili Twitter account. That's right. It's an official Andy Ruther takeover. Gold Star is handing the reins from their corporate Twitter account, which very risky for them to do. They're
terrible plan.
They're giving it to me on Sunday for the Bengals Steelers game, which will be here in Cincinnati.
Chili Twitter. Let's ride. Andy, that should be your first tweet from Gold Star. Chili Twitter. Let's ride.
I like it. So I will be live tweeting. We discussed this last episode. So follow along at Gold Star Chili on Twitter. It's all Sunday. Those will be all my tweets. I got some ready to go. I know Randy Ruther's going to be turned. 6.5 point spread here for the Bengals. It is too much for me. I think the Bengals win. I do not think they cover. Week 1, division game, bad history.
Sorry, I missed you there. What'd you just say?
6.5.
Too much.
We're riding with the underdogs
in Cincinnati.
Again. In Cincinnati.
In Cincy.
Yeah.
Too much. Kind of like the money line play.
Ooh.
Just can you imagine just the state of Bengals fandom if they lose to the Steelers week 1?
Oh,
just
people
like ultimate.
Well, you know how people have the week 1 overreaction. I mean, that wouldn't affect me. I'd say they still win the division. That'd be a total week 1 overreaction if they lost. People would be going crazy. Yeah. So you and I have ridden with the underdog on all 4 picks so far, Joe.
All right. Except this. We need to get some things different. So I'm swapping the last one. I'm riding with Randy, not Andy. Bengals win and cover. They were pushed around by the Steelers for too long.
Bengals destroyed them last year both times.
They want to keep blowing this team out. They hate the Steelers. I'm riding with Randy. Me and Randy.
Okay.
I also kind of low key like the Steelers money line. Randy and I.
Next up, everyone's favorite Hard Knocks team, the Lions at home against the Eagles. 4-point Eagles favorites.
I hate it. I hate its guts.
It's a tough one.
I like the Eagles.
You like the Eagles to win and cover.
Yep.
4 points.
Yep. Hate it.
I think the Lions do what the Lions did last year. They keep it close and they lose. I think the Lions cover, lose by 2 or 3 points, because that's what the Lions do.
All right.
And Dan Campbell and his boys don't have enough grit. I've taken the underdog in every single game. All right.
It's not a terrible for you sports bettors out there. It is not a terrible play week 1 of the NFL season.
No. Next up, the Patriots travel to Miami, where the Dolphins are 3.5-point favorites. Again, I'm taking the underdog. In fact, not only this is my Andy Ruther upset pick so far of the week.
Can you give me the whole thing again? Where's the game and what's this?
It's in Miami. The Patriots are 3.5-point dogs. I take New England to win and cover.
There's something about this fucking the Patriots in Miami though.
They suck.
Don't
in Miami.
fare well down there.
Yeah, I don't know why
fare
that
well
is.
down there. I'm gonna go Dolphins win, and I guess I'll go Dolphins cover just to take that 0.5-point difference. I'd like it way more if it was 3.
Yeah, that 0.5 point is killer. All right.
That 0.5-point hook you're gonna get that one on the 0.5-point hook. Dolphins field goal for the win.
Yeah, that 0.5 point hook is brutal there. So Joe Flacco gets to start against his old team where he was the MVP of the Super Bowl, correct? Am I correct in that?
Correct, of course.
So 7-point Ravens favorites in New York against Joe Flacco. I just think the Jets are not going to have enough offense.
You're right.
So I think Baltimore is going to win and cover.
Baltimore winning. Here's what I'll say. Baltimore win, blowout, cover. Everybody see this is what Lamar does. And then I'll be like, beats the Jets on the fucking with a backup quarterback. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Jacksonville at Washington. The Commanders are a 2.5-point favorite.
Money line pick of the week. Trevor Lawrence 1-0 with the Jags. Beat the Commanders. Daniel Schneider, as Andy calls him, has to watch it from a yacht somewhere off the coast of Croatia.
Did he ever come back?
I don't have no idea.
Is he still on his yacht?
Trevor Lawrence freed from the clutches of Urban Meyer.
I feel like your volume went down. Does it sound less for you?
I was like screaming. No, sounds fine to me, but
it's less in my ears. I don't know.
I'm going Jags to win. You play to win the game.
Okay.
Jags win.
I like it. I've taken the underdog in every single game minus the Ravens game. I'm taking the underdog here. I don't know if they win. I'm taking the dog. I'm just riding the dogs this week. Next up, Browns at Panthers. Baker Mayfield revenge game.
It makes me not want to bet the Panthers. Baker Mayfield revenge game.
The line is even right now. It's been anywhere from 1 to 1.5 tops. It's even right now. I think the Browns win and cover.
It's in where?
Carolina.
Ooh. I'm going to go Carolina then. Carolina to win the game.
Okay.
Browns could win that game for sure.
Yeah. Your boy Matt Ryan travels to Houston, where his Colts are 7-point favorites.
70-point favorites. I don't think I can bet them to win by 71 points. But fuck it, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll bet them to win by 71 or more.
Okay. I'm gonna take.
Did you say 7?
7. I'm taking
7 points.
I'm taking the Texans to cover.
No,
I am.
We stand Matt Ryan in this house. Matt Ryan in this house.
Hey, I am, but here's my thing, man. Opening week is weird.
Yeah.
Like I can see the Colts winning a close game.
Opening week is weird. Matt Ryan throws for 11 touchdowns to win by 71 points. How old is Matt Ryan? How old's Matt Ryan?
I'm going to guess 36. Let's see. 37.
I like this Colts team with Matt Ryan. I've been saying this Colts team is a quarterback away since Andrew Luck retired. I said, go get Eli Manning. They didn't. They went and they got Jacoby Brissett. I said, go get Eli Manning. They were like, we'll take the guy that was picked in the same draft, but worse. We'll go get Phillip Rivers. I am still saying, go get Eli Manning. But Matt Ryan is a good second option. I like this team with Matt Ryan.
I do too, but I do not like them to cover. I'm gonna go out on a limb this week. I also, here's another one I like. Here's another play I like. We're talking quarterbacks. This is a random one, but I was looking at it earlier and I like it. If you go over to Prize Picks, Davis Mills is 215 and a half for passing yards. I say he throws for more than 215 and a half.
I like it. You know why I like it?
Why?
You know why I like it? Because they're going to be down 70 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. It's like, okay.
70.
Okay. All right. Moving along. Yeah. Giants travel to Tennessee where they are 5.5-point underdogs. I'm sticking with the dogs. I'm going to take your Giants.
I am also going with my Giants. Not a money line pick of the week, but I like this play. I like this Giants sneaky. Everything about the Giants in their week ones in the last however many years. They haven't met over 500 in how long, right? And it's like generally a pretty fucking easy game, and they blow it. This one, everybody's like the 1 seed from last year, going to get absolutely fucking destroyed. Week 1, so wonky. It doesn't get the stamp of approval, but I love the value here, and I like the Giants to cover at the very least.
Yeah, me too. All right, the Packers travel to
Minnesota. Daniel Jones the Giants starting quarterback next year?
No. Actually, yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I picked him to win the division. Yes. So he has to be. Okay. Aaron Rodgers in Minnesota. 1.5-point Packers favorites. I say Packers win and cover.
It's kind of offensive to me to even. Yeah, Packers win and cover. 1.5, because why? He lost Devontae Adams. He's playing fucking Kirk Cousins. Stop it.
Chiefs Cardinals in Kansas City. Chiefs 6-point faves. I like the Chiefs. I'm taking the favorite here.
Same. I like it. I like them at home.
They're so tough to start the year at home, I think. I think they will be. All right, staying with the AFC West. Raiders in LA. 3-point Chargers favorites.
Oy. They're basically saying it's a coin toss game.
Chargers win and cover. Khalil Mack against the team who drafted him.
I do like it. I'm on the same page. I think it's gonna be a great game though. Might be the game of the week.
Your Sunday night game is Bucks at Cowboys. Bucks are 2.5-point favorites.
I like them.
You do?
Yeah. No, like every team takes a little time to prepare. Tom Brady's like, I'll take 2 weeks off and still be fine. Like Tom Brady and his offense, they're not going to be rusty. They're just, he might not be good. He might be a little old this year, but they're not going to be rusty. I think they win and cover. I think they're better than the Cowboys.
Go with the Cowboys.
Let's ride.
To win and cover. And then speaking of let's ride, your Monday night football game. Broncos at Seahawks. 6.5-point. Broncos faves.
I'm going Seahawks to cover, and I am putting money on the Seahawks money line. Do I think that they're going to win? No, I don't. Do I love the value? Are you telling me you can't see Russ coming in there with a new team and doing what he did with his old team? 60 yards in the first half. That's 5-2 at halftime. Somehow two teams have both gotten safeties. There's been one field goal kicked. Like, I'm in. Let's go. Seahawks. Let's fly.
Country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, let's ride.
I think he has an average first half, but I just think Seattle is just going to be bad. And for that reason, and that reason alone,
Broncos country, let's ride.
I feel you, Russ. I'm riding with you, baby. Let's do it. Broncos win and cover. All right, so we end up getting a few different picks in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, man, we got through it. NFL 2020 season preview. Give us a call. I know everyone's going to come in with some hot takes. 310-359-8365. Give us a ring again. Hopefully this will be up on Apple. If it's not, go to Spotify, go to YouTube, go to SoundCloud. We're trying to get this fixed. This has never happened in.
If it's not, Spotify. That's right. SoundCloud. Let's ride.
YouTube.
Stitcher. Let's ride. YouTube. Let's ride. Amazon Music. Let's ride.
Google Play.
Let's ride.
Home stenographer. Let's ride. All right. Those are the picks. Again, I will be live tweeting from the Gold Star Chili Twitter account. You guys want to check that out for the Bengals Steelers game Sunday at Gold Star Chili on Twitter.
I'm here to eat chili and make NFL hot takes, and I'm all out of chili. Andy Ruther, the live tweeter of the Gold Star Chili Co. I love it.
You guys can follow us on Twitter at The Dirty Sports. You can follow me at Andy Ruther.
I definitely need. Are you going to do a tweet that says "Hey, it's Andy Ruther of the Dirty Sports Podcast"?
Yeah, so
the Twitter account.
So they're doing tweets. I think they're starting it tonight.
Yeah,
and then also Sunday morning.
You got to open up a chili Twitter. Let's ride.
From Gold Star's account or from my account?
From your account. Chili Twitter. Let's ride.
Chili Twitter. You think I love it if there was a chili Twitter.
There's got to be, right? I'm going to be on chili Twitter. Chili's my go-to. That's my go-to homemade move for football games. I might have to make some chili. Ooh, am I making chili this week?
Ooh.
Now, week one might be aggressive.
I wish I knew my dad's chili recipe, man. He never wrote it down.
Or did he? And you're going to find it somewhere where he's hidden it in the vault. Your brother demos the basement. The golden safe with the Walt's chili recipe.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Just
That'd
look
be hilarious.
just look for clues in case he left some sort of Goonies like booby trap system to lead you to the Walt chili recipe.
Yeah, no one.
Here's a fun fact about my chili recipe, Andy Ruther. You'll like this. This is a long time thing. This is not a paid for promotion. My chili recipe, the standard servings size, the standard pot I make, includes 1 full can of Miller Lite.
Amazing. Miller Lite and chili. Let's cook.
Let Gino cook. Let's go. Well, I'm on Twitter at Fix Your Life. Everywhere else, I'm at Joe Prano. I've got a TikTok. I've got an Instagram. I've got a Facebook. I've got a Facebook fan page. I'm sure I've got other accounts out there. Follow all of them. And specifically follow me on my website, joeprano.com, joeprano.com/shows. 4 shows. I'll be down at the Irvine Improv this Friday night, tomorrow, opening for the great, as Jameis Winston calls him, Eddie If. So come and see that. New York trip planned. Should be there some time around the 19th of September through October 1st. So keep your eye out there. I've already got a show up in Ridgefield, Connecticut, which is close to where I'm from. If you guys want to check that out, I've got a show in Williamsburg, Brooklyn already booked. And then I'm sure some more stand spots at the Stand NYC, maybe some spots at the Comedy Cellar to come. So keep your eye on joeprano.com or just on my Instagram and my TikTok where I'll post those dates.
Cool. All right, guys. NFL preview.
And let me just say this thing, Andy, before I go. I'm going to talk to you right after the show ends, but Dirt Balls. If you're on TikTok, search for Dirty Sports on TikTok. I'm starting one today.
Oh, he's actually doing it.
I'm starting a Dirty Sports TikTok today.
He's doing it.
We can put hot takes up there.
He's doing it.
Hot take alert.
I'll be honest. I was waiting for you to do it because I was like, I'm still not ready.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today, and I'll put out content today.
Ooh. Dirty Sports TikTok. Let's talk.
Dirty Sports Tick. Let's talk.
It'll never get old. It'll never get old. I do this all day. All right, guys. Keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope we can get these bad boys up on Apple. If not, everywhere else. Just search, find us, do the right thing. All right. That's our NFL preview. Enjoy the weekend. It's a glorious one. Make it last. Make it fun.